So today I am in experimentation mode. I want to see how this inverter does with this battery, and I'm gonna put some loads on it just to see what it's able to do. So I have a freezer here. It's plugged in. It's pretty cold right now, so it doesn't need anything, but I'm gonna try and cycle it on. This is plugged into the wall outlet just to see what it's gonna draw for the startup and for the running of the compressor on it. So I'm opening it. You can see that there's some frozen things in there. Gotta get that off the side. See if I can get it to kick on. Seems like it takes a while to kick on, so this thing is running pretty efficiently. And the thing about the top loading freezers, they don't let out all the cold air once you open them, so yeah, it's doing pretty well right now. But I want it to kick on just to see what it's gonna draw as far as energy is concerned. I don't even know what setting I have it on. I have it on a pretty cold setting right now, so these things are pretty well frozen in here. Come on, any day now this thing is gonna kick on. Yeah, any day now. There it goes. So this is using 76 watts. Not much at all. So that should be well within the range for this inverter. It's climbing a bit. I'm gonna hold it on here for a little while and see what it goes to, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna climb very high, so yeah, I'm gonna close it up for now. Yeah, that's that. Seems like 78 watts is what it went up to as a maximum draw there, so that's hardly anything. I'm gonna try another test shortly here. So the next test is going to be this drill. I don't have a load on it per se, as in I'm not drilling into anything right now, but just want to see what it'll get up to. So so 240 something is what I saw, 243. That's a pretty heavy draw. See if it's going to be more if I'm actually drilling into something. Alright, so I have this drill bit on here. I'm going to be drilling into this piece of wood, and I'll just see what the voltage goes to as I drill into it. I'm going backwards, so I'm like burning a hole into this thing, not drilling down. So yeah, that's like smoke right there. If you want to make a fire, I guess that's one way to do it. And this one's pretty straightforward, so yeah. So there you go. That's just coming from the wall outlet. Now I'm gonna plug in this inverter, connect the inverter to the battery, and see what those do. I am going to use a different power strip because this one is fixed. It doesn't spin around, but this one can actually spin around here. So you can see it like it moves here. So I can fix it in any orientation. When I try to put this one on, the bottom part is like hitting right there. So this one can go in any orientation that I want it to and fit better. So that's why I'm switching the power strip that I'm using. Make a note that these are not the best connections ever. I could definitely do a lot better than just, the simple clamp on that I have right there. But I'm gonna go ahead and try it with that. So I have the inverter connected. I like using power strips even if it's just to have another on-off switch. So I do that. I connected the remote power, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. So that comes on. There's a little LED on here that shows that power comes on, and I have the LED light here as well, so that one came on. I don't have this turned on yet, so I'm going to turn that on now. So this thing is now on. I'm going to, it says it's putting out 121 volts. You can see that. And 0 watts at the moment. So the battery right now is at 15.1 volts. So I'll move this over here a little bit closer. And let's do some drilling. Just a little bit, not too much, but we'll see how this goes. So you can take a look and see. So it's going up to a 95, pulling out 195 right there, 200. And you see it drilled a pretty decent hole right there. Now I'm just gonna spin it open circuit and see what happens. So spinning here. $254 is what I count. Now I'm going to do that while you're looking at the battery. so I held that on for a little while, pulling out about 200 watts. And you can see that it sagged, the battery sagged quite a bit. The voltage should be coming back up here, so now it's at 15 volts. But it was running alright, I would say. The light's still on, didn't blow anything up. And so yeah, that's the battery bucket in action over here. You can let me know what you think, but for a small test, I think it did pretty well. Alright, till next time, keep on rethinking.